Hello movie technocrats, here we are again with another episode as we continue to dig through the movies created in this world just for us to enjoy and waste our time watching things that don't matter. I have been waiting for this for years, a superhero movie where the actions of the superheroes have consequences in the real world. They always leave a wake of crashed cars, bursting fire hydrants, exploding gas stations and toppling bridges behind them and never go back to clean up. But John Hancock, the hero of Hancock, doesn't get away with anything. One heroic stunt ran up a cost price tag of $1 million, he's got hundreds of lawsuits pending, and when he saves a stranded whale by throwing it back into the sea, you can bet he gets billed for the yacht it lands on. Hancock, the baffling and ever-enduring superhero, proceeds to explore the complexities of his presence within the ever-evolving city of Los Angeles. With each passing day, he disentangles more parts of his overlooked past, extending back thousands of a long time to antiquated civilizations like Rome and Greece. In any case, due to the confinements of his amnesia, his recollections as it were amplify as distant back as his time in Miami, around 80 a long time back. After arousing in a clinic with no memory of his title or past, Hancock confronted an existential emergency. The gathering nurture inquired for his John Hancock, and in his disarray, he received the moniker as his possessed character. Small did he know that this minor experience would shape the direction of his life as an imperfect but exceptional legend. In his early days in Los Angeles, Hancock grasped his part as a crime fighter with blended victory. His unimaginable powers permitted him to diminish criminal exercises. But his rash behavior and unchecked liquor addiction regularly caused more hurt than great. Denying to be held responsible for his activities, he got to be ensnared in a web of court subpoenas and claims, advance discoloring his as of now dubious notoriety. In any case, destiny took an startling turn when Hancock's way met with that of Beam Embry, a decided and compassionate open relations official. Beam seen Hancock's heroics firsthand when the last-mentioned anticipated his awkward passing in a disastrous prepare mischance. Profoundly thankful, Beam saw the potential for recovery in Hancock and brought forth arranged to rescue the hero's open picture. Ray's enticing aptitudes and immovable conviction in Hancock's natural goodness driven him to persuade the hesitant superhero to yield to the specialists deliberately. The arranged pivoted on the city's acknowledgement of Hancock's imperative part in combating the heightening wrongdoing rates. It was a bet, but Beam was persuaded that the citizens would in the long run realize their reliance on Hancock's interesting capacities. As pressures mounted and the city hooked with the rising tide of wilderness, the choice was made to discharge Hancock to go up against a perilous prisoner circumstance. With a re-established sense of reason and a want to demonstrate his worth, Hancock single-handedly foiled the emergency, rising as a triumphant image of trust and assurance. The citizens, seeing his uncommon bravery and newly discovered lowliness, energized behind their once divisive saint, inviting him back with open arms. In the interim, Hancock found himself developing closer to Ray's family, especially to Mary Embry, Ray's adoring and strong spouse. An evident association shaped between Hancock and Mary, starting in strongly fascination that not one or the other may overlook. Be that as it may, their burgeoning relationship got to be clouded by a startling revelation. Mary had powers comparable to Hancock's, implying at a shared predetermination past their comprehension. The truth continuously unraveled, as Mary disclosed their roots as the final remainders of a once powerful race known as divine beings and blessed messengers. Once loved as divine creatures, they presently existed as superheroes, entrusted with ensuring humankind. With each encounter and disclosure, Hancock's genuine age got to be known, a confirmation to the size of his existence. However, their union was full with complications. Drawn-out contact between Hancock and Mary come about within the continuous weakening of their powers, a realization that threatened their eternality. Within the limits of a clinic room, Mary trusted in Hancock, relating their old history from 4 BC to 1928, the year Hancock's memory floundered and blurred. Their delicate rest was smashed when Ruddy Parker, a vindictive enemy, seized the opportunity to strike whereas Hancock was at his most helpless. Mary valiantly tried to secure Hancock but was gravely harmed within the handle. Overpowered and dwarfed, Hancock found himself on the brink of vanquish, confronting an agonizing downfall at the hands of Red's partners in crime. Be that as it may, salvation arrived in an startling frame. Beam, driven by a profound sense of dependability and a door for his family, interceded with faithful assurance. Equipped with a fire hatchet, he separated Red's remaining hand, dispatching the reprobate and protecting Hancock from the clutches of passing. It was a confirmation to Ray's bravery and a strong update of the human capacity for bravery within the confront of overpowering chances. Recognizing the require for separate and recuperation, Hancock made the difficult choice to isolate himself from Mary, tolerating the difficulty of their union. Surrendered to letting Mary live her life with Beam, he withdrawn to the shadows of modern York City, where he seemed to discover comfort and proceed his vigil as a solitary defender. Within the bustling city of modern York, Hancock found reason over again, energetically carrying out his superhero obligations. The city, uninformed of the penances and struggles that lay behind his baffling persona, seen him as an image of quality, equity, and unflinching resolve. Within the middle of the continuous fight against wrongdoing and debasement, a mid-credit scene offers a see into Hancock's relentless assurance. A criminal, encouraged by his possess offenses, takes a prisoner, unconsciously challenging the unyielding legend. Hancock, with his faithful commitment to secure the guiltless, goes up against the circumstance head-on. Requesting the police to lower their weapons, he faces the rebellious criminal with a knowing grin, prepared to control the chaos and re-establish a range. And so, the story of Hancock, the godlike superhero burdened by his overlooked past, proceeds to unfurl. His travel is one of self-discovery, recovery, and give-up. With each triumph and difficulty, he endeavors to discover meaning and make revises for his rash activities. In his continuous interest of equity, Hancock stands as a guide of trust, rousing others to grasp their possessed potential for courage and reminding the world that indeed imperfect heroes can discover recovery and reason. It's not long after the bank hostage business that Mary reveals her secret. Hancock starts asking deep questions about himself, and the movie takes an odd, penetrating turn. This is the part one won't get into, except to say that the origin stories of superheroes consistently underwhelm me, and Hancock's is one of the most arbitrary. Even Mary, who knows all about him, doesn't know all that much. And I have a shiny new dime here for any viewer of the movie who can explain exactly how Hancock came into being. Not that it matters much, anyway. I guess he had to come into being somehow, and this movie's explanation is as likely as most, which is to say, completely preposterous. Still, Hancock is a lot of fun, if perhaps a little top-heavy with stuff being destroyed. Smith makes the character more subtle than he has to be, more filled with self-doubt, more willing to learn. Jason Bateman is persuasive and helpful on the PR front. And it turns out Charlize Theron has a great deal to feel odd and penetrating about. So to sum this up, did you guys enjoy this movie? Hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. We do this every now and then. So make sure you're always up to it every time we post new semi-erotic movies for you to enjoy. Don't forget our channel named Movie Technocrats and share it to your friends and watch the funny scenes together and make some memories with each other. Till next time, Technocrats. See you.